Good afternoon, everyone. Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall with Simpler Trading doing the nightly market update for Wednesday, November the 30th, last day of the month. And what a day it was! We had a monster rally higher today. If you didn't see, I'm showing the ES and the SP on the screen here, and the NASDAQ too. Crazy, crazy, crazy rally off this low. If you look, this is the ES futures. From there to there was 151 points. That is moving for the S&P. And you would think that we had a Fed meeting, that we had CPI, that we had some kind of huge announcement, but you would be wrong, because all we had was Powell making some comments today, saying that the pace of interest rates hikes may be slowing as soon as December, which we already knew that, right? They have been doing they've done 475 basis points. It was expected already that they would drop it to 50. So I'm not quite sure what all that was about, because that's what we already knew. But it doesn't have to make sense. Short covering, perhaps. Algos, of course, had a big part to do with that. But anyway, huge rally, and we rallied right up into our voodoo fire line there, as you can see. Let me put this into perspective just to show you how crazy this is. So that's a 10-day chart. Look at that. I mean, that is a move. A big move, right? Again, still, we are on the SPX, 122 points on the day. And again, after hours in the ES, we continue to go up a little bit higher. So it's just crazy move. So let me back this out on a larger time frame. And we've been talking about this for quite a while. You see that red fire line? That is it's a big magnet to draw price into, but it's also a big level of resistance for us to get over. Now we went from the white line, which is the snow line, to the red line, which is the fire line. And the question is, do we go past that and or keep going? And of course, there's no way to know that. On one hand, I'll give you two scenarios. On one hand, there was a lot of buying today, and there was a lot of momentum behind this and all that kind of stuff, which bodes well for bullish move and all that kind of stuff. I'm on the bearish side. I think this was maybe a little overdone, and maybe we kind of get some consolidation. However, if we do pull back much, I think the dip, it'll be by the dip now. If you look at this, at the prior move here, I mean, we could extend this and go up, even higher, say, maybe to that area. That's 4,300 possibly. And this is very, generic thought process there, but there are levels to stop before that. I have a level right under 4,200, for example, that kind of stuff. And then a lot of fib levels all along the way, as we go. We've got to get over, and we've got skyline there. So, we'll see if we go that high. We might pull back first, consolidate, and then make another run higher. We've done that, quite a few times, but it's too early to tell. The one thing that we do know is that, so this is November 30th. Let me flip this to December. On the 9th, we have PPI. On the 13th, we have CPI. And on the 14th, we have the actual Fed meeting, where they're actually supposed to talk about all this stuff. And, so we might consolidate, chop into that point as well. Now, tomorrow we'll have PCE, which is what the Fed uses as a sort of inflation indicator, basically. So we'll see. We have jobless claims. We have payrolls on Friday. There's a lot of things coming up. We got some more Fed speaking tomorrow as well as Friday. So, there's no telling which way we're going to go. And again, I'm not, at this point, I'm not bullish or bearish. I don't really want to short this, but I'm not. If it wants to go higher, it's probably going to have to go higher without me. until December 13th when I see, or December 9th when PPI comes out, or December 13th when I see what's going to happen there. Now I'm just looking at the ES, which is, the futures contracts of the SPX, and that's the most broad representation of the market. Other than that, I don't really want to get into any individual names, Amazon, Google, that kind of stuff, because I don't like any of that stuff. I'm not buying any of that right now. I'm trading primarily the SPX here. And I am dabbling a little bit in the RUT and the NASDAQ, and just trying to figure out which way we're going to go here. And again, it's kind of a coin toss at this point. So that being said, be careful out there. It'll be real interesting to see what happens tomorrow if we pause, consolidate, whatever. I don't think we're going to have any kind of massive pullback outside of some kind of news coming out. And that won't be at least for a week or two, I don't think, unless something really crazy happens with some data points that come out tomorrow or Friday. But other than that, I think the safe thing to do is to watch and wait and see what the Fed says. I know we all like to get in there and trade, but I don't plan on doing a whole lot ahead of that Fed meeting just because I'm so very unsure of which way this thing's going to go from here. Again, you can see here, what a crazy move has: straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. So I am going to hold tight for the most part and just watch and wait. I think it's the safest thing to do. And I'm already up pretty nicely for the year, so I don't have to I'm not trying to make the year here in the last month. And that's a good position to be in, right? And again, even if that was not the case, I'm not really sure which way we go ahead of this Fed meeting. So caution rules the day. I would be careful of just getting super bullish here. This could turn into good news. It might be. I think this was overdone. Personally, for that much of a move on what he said, because he hedged his bet with saying we're not done yet, basically. So he was kind of talking on both sides of his mouth, but the market heard that it was the best news ever, right? So be careful. So that's what I've got for today. Hope that makes sense. Be careful. Watch what's going to happen tomorrow and Friday, and then into next week, and then up to the CPI and the next Fed meeting on December the 14th. So good trading. Be careful out there, and I will talk to you guys at the next update. Thanks.
Without simpler trading, I could not have financial independence.
This is one of the best investments I ever made in my life.
It's helping me find consistency.
It's one of the things that won me